What's up, guys? Welcome to my first ever replay analysis. I'm here to look at some platinum gameplay today, and looks like we've got two teams coming from some meme territory here, some bronze gang and waifu people, but a good kickoff here from I don't even know his name actually. I'm just gonna go back to the screen and look at the start. It's Mega Lol. Some real memers we've got going today. So he's using a lot of boost, getting around the field, but as long as you can put it to good use, that's okay. I like that he turns here just to put some pressure on. Good patience. Gonna look for the pass here. Oh, he's struggling with the recovery here. That's not what you like to see. All right, so let's go back and see what exactly went wrong here. Kind of a very high risk challenge here. Coming off the wall, there's really not a good chance of him ever catching a hit on that. So I can maybe understand if it's a 3v3 game and you want to put some extra pressure, maybe get lucky with a 50, but 9 times out of 10 you're gonna want to just turn down from the wall there and let your mate come up. He's trying some interesting, I'm not sure, maybe some ceiling action here, but again it's just very high risk for very, well, I suppose the reward is gonna be very high if he manages to pull it off, but the risk is just, he needs to dial down his risk taking and just go for low risk, low reward instead. Especially in 2v2, you don't wanna leave your mate behind, and in a 2v1 situation that's just never gonna bode well for you. Good patience here, but he's sort of struggling in no man's territory. So let's go back and see what happens. So again, the kickoff I can sort of understand in Platinum that you're not gonna do your flip, but that's something where you just need to grind out a few ones and just play it until you can have a solid flip. You don't have to win the kickoff, you just kind of have to not lose it as bad and then still have some boost left. That's what your main focus should be. So he's going for mid boost, but then the ball comes back and that sort of catches him off guard here. Sort of some awkward decision making, but let's just see. He's going up. Gets a good launch there, but it's something that comes over time, that you learn to read the game better and not move up further than how far they're gonna be able to clear the ball. So a general rule of thumb I use is the more speed there is already on the ball, the further you want to be back. Because it's hard to generate power on the ball, but it's really easy to redirect power that's already on the ball. So I like the pass out here, but his mate doesn't connect too well with the ball. So yeah, sorry if this is a little bit of a ramble. It's a nice goal he gets here. I've just kind of hit the record button and started talking about what I'm seeing. So 1-1 with 3 minutes 20 left. Should be doable. Lucky win here on the kickoff, and it's a good follow-up. It's a risky maneuver. I see the guy from the waifu squad actually whiffs the ball. yeah, again another high risk, but this time with a high reward, so not too shabby. The back corner boost steal is something you'll start to see more and more often, but in a 2v2 game, you're not really stealing it from them when they're on the offense, so it's a. It looked like it was an okay decision. Just be careful not going for that every single time. Again, very high ceiling corner, and this time it works out. But again, it's not a very decisive pass. It looks, yeah, the first guy it's a simple double commit really. They shouldn't be making those kinds of mistakes. But then again, it is platinum gameplay, so. Not that there's anything wrong with platinum. In some ways, it's the most entertaining rank to watch. I find it's really, you see some GC plays and you see some bronze plays, and you know that's just what you love. Mostly for platinum players, it really is just consistency. You know, it's that slow refining of your game that really starts to happen after you reach gold and you climb past gold. Then you've sort of mastered the basics of the game. But yeah, it's not looking too pretty from Waifu squad right now. They seem a little bit panicked. I don't know, maybe they're messing around in comms, or could be that it's one high level player and one low level player. I'm not sure. I haven't been following the info, but yeah. Again, this is just a dismantling of their defense. I'm not sure where the guy going up the wall was going, but yeah, definitely cementing the lead. 3-goal lead is normally, I mean, if you think about soccer, you think like 1-goal advantage is a lot in soccer. If you're playing Rocket League, you really need a 3-goal advantage for it to count as much as a 1-goal lead in soccer. Everything can just change so fast. Yeah. He said the guy posting this Megalol said it was an average to a bad game for him. So, but it looks like they're just dismantling this poor team. So. A couple of highlights for me for his playstyle is definitely the fact that he goes for standstill kickoff on the second. Like, he's sort of cheating and he's sort of not cheating. You definitely need to make a decision. You can do perfectly fine what he did at the beginning here, like just the slow cheat, but then I really want to see him go to the left and take the boost pads instead of he's sort of standing still waiting for something to happen, and you see that he's not on the ball right away. So and then when he goes for the kickoff, you really need to incorporate a flip, just because I don't know if I can spot a kickoff here maybe. If you notice his boost, he uses up all his boost, and it's only because the other guy does the exactly same thing. But if you're in diamond or something, you're gonna be losing 9 out of 10 of your kickoffs very badly. And not only that, you've used up all your boost. So it's much better to do a simple front flip. You know, you don't have to get fancy, you just have to really land before the ball and then try to flip through the ball, so that you're getting solid contact on the center, and then that could be your go-to kickoff up until you reach Grand Champ. You know, it doesn't require much, and you can really work out your kickoff in a day or so. So, and that's time well invested, because it's gonna pay off right away. Other than that, I think there's a lot of overthinking how much you need to risk to get a goal into, because you need to worry more about wearing them down than you need to worry about straight up outplaying them. again, this was the lazy, slow cheat kickoff, and it pays off this time. But that's very fortunate because that guy just whiffed. If he would have gotten that touch, he probably would have gotten the other way. So very high risk, and again, as I say, the reward is gonna be high, or the consequence is gonna be high. So normally when I play twos, it's more about managing your risk and just never doing anything that puts you out of the game. And every single action you take, you should be thinking about how much boost am I spending? Am I gonna be in position again? And how much boost can I make them spend? And then so the best play for twos is to take a simple touch off the backboard and maybe hope for a double commit. Take pop shots on the goal. That's gonna really get you a lot of goals. And if you stay grounded and you take a shot, you don't have to recover at all. You're right back into the game, and that's really something to worry about in twos. Not so much in threes. You gotta start thinking about outplays in threes, but in twos it's more of a control game. You have to be smart about your actions. So I noticed a couple of times that Megalo likes to take it up the wall and up the ceiling, and some players, primarily in NA, will just grind the ceiling shot mechanic, and it's gonna net them some goals, but it's such a high risk, and oftentimes the rewards just aren't gonna be there, and you put yourself out of the game completely if you don't score. So that's sort of, if you can look at the philosophical styles of play from NA to EU. The EU players are more grounded, they take less risks, they're always back in the game, where the NA players sort of go for clips, so. But yeah, I think I'm gonna pause the recording for now and then see if I got everything in there.